Congratulations. I'm assuming you're back for part 4 in our goal setting series because you've completed parts 1, 2, and 3, which means you've actually accomplished your first goal for 2019. You've completed your set of goals for the year using a new method that should give you confidence based on scientific research, which will greatly improve your chances of success. This is a big deal, and you should be feeling great about yourself. I am so proud of you. In today's post, we'll discuss how to keep moving forward in achieving the goals you have created. Let's talk about tracking your goals. You can't expect to get anywhere if you don't have a roadmap. Let's say driving to Knoxville, Tennessee is your goal, then you could certainly find that on a map, but you have to plan the best route to get there. You're doing this with your goals by breaking them down into small, manageable pieces. However, once you start your journey, it would be really easy to make a wrong turn. So you would track where you are occasionally to make sure you're still on the correct route. The same is true for your goals. You need to check the route along the way to make sure you're heading in the right direction to achieve the goal. There are various suggestions on how often your goals should be checked, but over the years I've determined it's typically best for me to review my progress on a weekly basis. This greatly depends on your personality type and what type of goal you're trying to achieve. Weekly review should be easy to accomplish, since you're only looking at 2 to 3 goals per quarter. Let's take a look at an example. Let's say you've set a goal to increase sales by 15% this year, and last year your sales were $1 million. This means to reach your goal, you need to increase sales by $150,000 this year, or $37,500 per quarter, or a further breakdown, $2,885 a week. You can see there's a big difference in refining your goal down to small, manageable pieces. $2,800 a week seems a lot more likely to reach than $150,000. So, at the end of each week, you take a look back at your sales numbers. Last year, you were selling $19,230 per week. And this year, you need to be selling the $19,230 plus the $2,885, your increase, for a total of $22,115 per week. This goal will be really easy to see if you meet it at the end of the week. Of course, we all know that sales are rarely linear, but you have the information to know if you're ahead or behind on your goal, and you can make the adjustments as needed. However, let's take a look at example number 2. This one is a little tougher since it is a habit goal. A personal goal of mine this year is to say something to every person I come in contact with that will make them feel good. It might be to comment on their weight loss, or to tell them how smart I think they are, or how much help they've been to me on a project. This type of habit goal takes a lot of effort because it requires retraining my brain to do something that doesn't come naturally to me. One great idea I have found for habit goals is to attempt to create a trigger for the event. For my goal, the trigger is the phone ringing. Every time the phone rings, I want a little pop-up to go off in my brain that says I need to be thinking about a compliment for whoever is on the other end of the line before I answer the phone. This type of goal also requires much more review, in my opinion. I review the progress on this goal every day. In the Full Focus Planner I previously discussed, Michael Hyatt has a streak tracker built into each goal page. The tracker shows month 1, 2, and 3, and for the first, second, and third month of the quarter, along with 31 days for each of the months. Every morning, I review my habit goal, and I mark down how I did on that goal on the previous day. A check mark if I achieved it, or an X if I didn't, or I put a circle on that day if I did okay, but not really perfect. You can find a screenshot of the streak tracker on the written blog post. Now your goals are set and you know how you should be tracking them for the greatest chance of success. I can't wait to hear how your first month goes in moving toward your goal achievement. One final note on goal setting. It is tremendously helpful to have a group of cheerleaders around you, and equally important to stay far away from the naysayers. You can always find a supportive group of cheerleaders at our Facebook site. Just check us out at facebook.com/salesexpedition. And don't forget to sign up for the blog. That way you'll always know when we have new content available for you. Also, you can leave me a comment on your goal achievement plans, or feel free to ask any questions. I thank you so much for being here today, and I can't wait to see you next week. Have a fantastic day.